Terbanators making their way into the ring. D-Hod along with Jaheed and D-Hod. And Joe Wheeler, you tell them apart.
That's a challenge right there, Tony Basilio, if I've ever heard one, because that is not an easy task to do. Both of these guys from the Middle East, both of them mean, nasty competitors, and if nothing else, watch out for that curled weapon on the end of their boots. But I tell you what, Tracy Smothers is on his way into the NWA Rocky Top Arena, and this is going to be a great match.
These two guys are so despicable that in our last show, when David Beaton was here in the Army Ranger, they actually exchanged words with David Beaton back behind the curtain. That's the kind of repulsive individuals you're dealing with here.
Oh, absolutely right, Tony. And David Beaton, of course, we saw him earlier in the show. He is an Army Ranger, young man from right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, lifelong friend of Bobby's and of Bobby Golden's. And I tell you what, I was glad to see that young man here.
Yes, sir.
And a big salute to all of our troops who are doing a tremendous job and fighting the good fight over in the Middle East.
And you talk about fine Americans, you're talking about the wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers, who also happens to be a good paisan, a guy who's full-blooded, a full-blooded Italian, ladies and gentlemen, a member of the FBI, as I happen to be myself. So I identify with Tracy Smothers, who's now in the ring with D-Hod, Terbanator D-Hod, as we're underway here in NWA Rocky Top.
There you go. You got it right, Tony Basilio. That is D-Hod in the ring with Tracy Smothers. That is Jaheed on the floor. And one of the very few ways that those guys can be distinguished is by the tattoos, and Jaheed has the tattoos on his arm, or has more of them than D-Hod.
So Tracy Smothers is built American tough, hailing out of Springfield, Tennessee, home of that Saturn plant. Of course, when he lays the spine buster on you, or the Tennessee jawbreaker, which hopefully we'll see later in this match, his two patented signature finish moves.
No doubt about that, as Tracy Smothers now getting whipped into the ropes here, ducked under that clothesline, all comes across, big high cross body block in for a cover, and he almost had one of the Terminators right there. D-Hod down. Now Smothers rolls him right up. Beautiful amateur wrestling, rolled him right into a 2 count, but Jaheed was able to escape out to the floor. And Tony, I want to tell you this. Tracy Smothers made reference to JBL earlier in an interview in the last show, and I want to point out for those fans that don't know, Tracy Smothers has a standing challenge to JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. We all know where he wrestles at, and it's a personal issue over what happened to the Blue Meanie at ECW's One Night Stand. Just for the fans to know what's going on there, Tracy Smothers has challenged him to a fight anytime, anywhere.
That's interesting. And I'll tell you, Tracy Smothers, not a guy you want to make mad. Tracy Smothers, a competitor in every sense of the word, a former Smoky Mountain Wrestling heavyweight champion 2 times, a WCW United States Tag Champion way back in the day, a guy who SSW heavyweight champion's been around. He's held at least 50 belts. Has one Tracy Smothers. He is a man's man in that ring, and right now he's in there with a guy who really feels some ill will as he tries to roll up D-Hod and is only able to get him for a 1 count. And D-Hod keeps complaining that those tights are being pulled, and I'll tell you, look at those tights. Satin, look like they come from, and it looks like they come from the finest material over in the Middle East.
Well, that's true. They're, beautiful garments, and of course the folks in the Middle East are very infamous for their rugs and that type of thing. So
looks like something that came maybe a wall hanging out of Saddam's palace or something.
Well, there's absolutely no telling with these guys. The connections they have overseas are pretty scary, no doubt about that. And what a dirty tactic right there. Ridiculous. We all saw what you just did there, Jaheed. Jaheed with the trip outside, and D-Hod takes advantage with an elbow smash on Tracy Smothers as he's got Smothers in trouble, and follows it up with a leg drop there by Jaheed.
And D-Hod really has him in a bad way as he goes for the 2 count. Now Tracy Smothers on the ropes. And Tracy Smothers is feeling it. And with these two guys here, that's the exact position. They like to work the turban buster. As now we have an inverted choke slam. He's using that ring for some leverage. And you know that you've just got a smart on your neck. And there you see Tracy Smothers up on his feet. As now he's able to get back on, the fans encouraging and imploring him as he went for a snap there, but no, that was reversed. And now he has him, and he rolls him up into a sunset flip, a 1 and a 2, and no! As he's able to get loose after the count of 2. And now D-Hod in control as he takes Tracy Smothers down. And a count of 2 one more time.
D-Hod with a short clothesline there, taking Smothers down. Now he's got him draped over that second rope. Once again, choking him across that rope as now Jaheed moving in, and Jaheed now laying the damage in on Tracy Smothers.
It's ridiculous.
They're trying to take that oxygen away from him, that fuel that runs that fire, and the wild-eyed Southern boy finds himself in trouble with these two bad men from the Middle East.
This is the kind of thing that Jimmy Valiant's got to get under control. There is no reason at all for Jaheed to be at ringside right now. No reason at all.
You're right. Somebody needs to see if he's got a manager's license that would allow him to be out here at ringside. You know, this is a 2-on-1 situation. Smothers is fighting both men. He's got one of them in control right now at the moment with a series of tremendous karate thrusts. Tracy Smothers showing his Oriental experience and his Oriental training with these karate thrusts that he throws, and he is opening up and catches his man with a short clothesline right there, Tony.
No question. Tracy Smothers is regarded as a Bruce Lee in the squared circle, a gentleman you don't want to mess with, as now he takes him down with a clothesline, and Tracy Smothers, after a handful of maneuvers, is now in control here in NWA Rocky Top. Oh! As he finishes, that's going to be it. Oh, he's welcoming his opponent. And Tracy Smothers now with a running forearm.
Jaheed just got took out right there. D-Hod now getting controlled by Smothers as well. Reversal into the ropes coming across right there. Oh, look out! Smothers just tumbled out all the way to the concrete floor as Jaheed is taking it to him. Referee is called for the bell, Tony. We got havoc.
This is ridiculous. Somebody get out here and help this guy. Somebody get out here and help this guy. Oh, beautiful. Up and over.
Smothers controlling both of the Terminators at this point in time. Oh, big spear right there. Smothers just nailed him with that spear right there. Sent him all the way back to the Middle East there about with that one. And Smothers now has got him straddled in the corner. The fans here in Knoxville cheering him on.
What is going on here? Somebody get that man. Oh, my gosh, that's Jimmy Gibson.
What in the world is he doing?
Gibson. What in the wide sports of goes on?
Oh, my God!
Oh, he hits him with the flaming tennis racket.
He lit the racket on fire.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Tony, we need to get some help out here for Tracy Smothers. Oh,
that's ridiculous.
Tracy Smothers been hit with a flaming...
Jimmy Gibson, that was ridiculous.
What in the world is wrong with you, James Gibson?
Let me tell you something, Tony Basilio. He's not going to get rid of the Midnight Express. Let Tracy Smothers find him another partner. He's out here going on about how Jimmy Cornette, come on down, JBL, come on down. He better start worrying about Rocky Top and the Midnight Express.
That was repulsive. That was absolutely repulsive on the
sickening.
part of Jimmy Gibson. I can't believe what we just saw. And somebody get Tracy Smothers some medical attention.